You see so many accounts of the word of God with David. And I love the story so much when it came to David and his men. It might be 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 6. That particular verse, but just whole chapter 30. They just came celebrating. They just defeated some enemies, all that type of stuff. Came home to Ziklag, and it was invaded by the Amalekites, I think. So much invaded, they burned up the city. They took their wives, took the children. Now imagine coming home from a victory. And your wife ain't there. Your kids ain't there. And your house is burnt up on top of that. I just built that house and it's burnt up. So then the man was mad. The normal reaction of mankind. They was mad. So mad, they was like, we gonna stone you, David, because you the captain and you supposed to be the king. You ain't do no king things. We gonna stone you. Now imagine that pressure. Imagine that pressure of your own men that you trusted want to stone you. And then also your two wives is gone. And then also your city burns up. How you feeling? The pride of a king. You can't even keep your city up. You can't even keep your men's wives and children in their right respectful homes. And they wanna take your life. How would you feel? I would imagine the heart, the fleshly heart, the worldly heart would say, God, how can you let this happen? You said I was your anointed. You had Samuel come down with a horn of oil and pour it in front of me, pour it upon me in front of my enemies. What? Some God. I can imagine the fleshly heart would do that. But you know what happened? Tell you exactly what happened. I'm going ahead because I'm reading this again. 1 Samuel chapter 30. It says, David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him, because the soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his son and for his daughters. But it said, but David encouraged himself, the Lord is God. My goodness. Jesus Christ loved him some David. He loved David. This story made me tear up. That I finally got a king. I got a king who's not willing to submit to the people's voices and do wickedness against me. I got a king that's not willing to curse me and doubt me. I can imagine all the love that the Most High was feeling in that moment. And then after it said that David encouraged himself in his Lord is God. In verse 8 it said, and David inquired of the Lord. Inquiring, he diligently sought out, what shall we do? You see what already happened. David understood the concept. You already saw what happened. David knew that he saw it. So that means if he saw it and he remembered that he anointed him as king, he remembered that the Most High said he'll be with him, then he knew I could search my God for an answer, and he gonna come up with a plan. Because I know he's the beginning and the end. And I love this so much because this is just so God-coded. Sometimes we say this is so bro-coded or girl-coded, whatever.